Hello everybody and welcome to Dot to Dot. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Curse of Oak Island TV show and we're going to take a little look around a 1974 novelty map made by Fred Nolan. So this was made 47 years ago, prior to his discovery of Nolan's cross. And if you can see on the screen right here, I have already our first subject. Old wagon roads previous to Graves' farm. Pirate roads, he called them. And guess where these are? Yes, they're in the swamp. Actually, this is the one they're probably uncovering right now. And this one is more in the middle of the swamp. When I take this down, you'll see the eye of the swamp is right here. Now, in my previous videos, I had speculated that the eye of the swamp was used as an intermediate excavation point for the building of the tunnels under Oak Island. I'm still unsure about that, but it holds sort of some water that it may be true. It looks like it has a ring of stones around it, verified by the discoverers on the island now. And it had blue clay in it, which means it was probably an entrance or an exit for excavation that was used and then sealed up so no water would go into it. And it would be very useful if you had a large amount of stuff to get out of the tunnel or a large amount of stuff to put into the tunnel or the hole, that you would have two roads, one in and one out, or one in and one out, and you keep the flow of traffic going. I would see this more important in this configuration if they were taking things out of the tunnel, in other words debris, and using it and depositing it within the swamp somewhere or evenly. So that's my take on this. I just want to give credit to who credit is due. Fred Nolan had already discovered the old wagon roads that are in the swamp, and he called them pirate roads. Another thing that I want to show you guys is, and this was mentioned on my good friend Oliver, who has the channel Oak Island Research, and he mentions the strange rock. And here is the strange rock. It's a large sandstone rock with strange markings found many years ago, relocated by the Oak Island Museum in 1973. I hate it when those things come up. Anyway, this is the start point, and it's right off the shore. It's at the start point of one of the longest lines that Fred Nolan surveyed, which goes from here, and actually it goes down into this area right here. But I terminated it here because I found that it intersected this 27-degree line, which if you watch previous videos you know about. It is an angle in which it connects the south anchor to the east corner, and that is important on lining up a north-south to the money pit. So anyway, that is one thing. I also wanted to show you here that this right here we have some broken sandstone rock pieces with old markings right here, and they are directly perpendicular to the north anchor. What significance is that? We don't know. It's all just something to wonder about. And that's pretty much what the Oak Island show is about. Other things I wanted to discuss with you is, let me get this right. I wanted to show you this flood tunnel drawing here that Fred Nolan did. And if you can see, we'll go up here to where, okay, so here's the 90-foot level, and if you notice, he's got it like below. This right here is the flood tunnel. This is where the water goes in. He's saying it's sealed. Now that makes sense, okay? I would say this right here is supposed to be the 90-foot stone. But he's got it at, it looks like 90, 100 feet or so, 110 feet. I don't know what the depth was, but Fred Nolan has it here. He also says that after the flood tunnel, there's an open space here, and this is at 165 feet. Then he's saying that it's sealed again, and it goes through the layer of bedrock. And then there's the cavern down in here. And the floor of the cavern is at 212 feet. So Fred Nolan, he was very knowledgeable. He spent his life researching, and I would say he's probably one of the greatest experts of the island as far as research goes. There is. I mean, Fred Nolan didn't just dig, he researched. And I think that is a lot to be said on his behalf. And I think that sometime later in the future, his efforts will be understood and recognized a little bit more than they are today. There's a lot of things on this map. You can probably look at this on the internet. There's a sandstone rock with a ship pointing towards the stone triangle that he's got noted here. He's got the stone triangle here. The second cave-in pit found in 1965. I think the guys dug on this on one of their seasons. They dug in here and they found this cave-in pit, or this tunnel thing. I remember seeing that. So, and then of course we have these old pirate stone piles, which I don't think he has these located the way he wanted to. I think he just put them in there because in his later survey, I think, and that is this map here. Let me get this off here. In his later survey, there they are. You know, he pretty much lays it out as they are in real space and locates them accurately. And as you can see, here's the strange rock, and here's that long survey line. He surveys it all the way to the end, all the way across his map. So, oh, also, you know, the Hubble Shaft and the Chapel Shaft, these are, I think this is pretty much what they're digging into now in their drilling operations. I think they're hitting the Hubble Shaft, the Chapel Shaft. They may be hitting Flood Tunnel, or perhaps they may be hitting the Money Pit. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm 100% sure on my oak entrance. I mean, even though I have all this supporting data and I have 5 data sources that are telling me that this is where it's at, I'm still not going to say for sure that this is where it's at. And Fred Nolan, he had it, let's see, let's put his map back up here. He had the Money Pit right here. That's where he thought it was. So, and they're drilling in this area right now. So perhaps maybe Fred was right. Maybe the money pit is there. So, okay, for people that watch the show, that is pretty much all I got. For you people that watch me and have watched all my previous shows, you can stick a bit longer. I'm just gonna show you some things that I'm doing. And right now I'm gonna show you guys this right here is the geometric progression, and this is what I call speculative findings. In other words, I interpreted these findings and they are incorporated into my theory in this manner. There's much more, but this is what the outcome was. These are the final elements of the geometric progression that I interpreted from the 90-foot stone, La Formula, basically La Formula and 90-foot stone. They have no really numeric properties to them. You can extract one numeric property from them, and that is this, but this is a symbol from the 90-foot stone, if you can remember the L with the angle coming off of it. This is the 27-degree angle, and that is present from the pivot point to triangle 2, which, by the way, this is not one of my first interpretations. My first interpretation of this was that the distance from here to here, from here to here, was rise and run, which is the rise and run of this triangle, which now I'm seeing that actually everything, all measurements that are within this theory are derived from Nolan's cross. So therefore, the measurement that needs to be extracted from this is from the headstone to this intersection point, which you derive by the midstone pointer, which is actually one of the main reasons why this rock is here. Everybody wonders, why is this rock here? It's not part of a cross. Well, this midstone pointer is here for two reasons. I think the primary reason is because this distance is the same distance from the headstone to here, from the headstone to the extension triangle. And this extension triangle is part of the geometric progression. It is an interpretation, but without it, I don't see how any of the other numerical values would actually work out. And the numerical values are the two scales that I found and with Oliver at Oak Island Research, and also Fred Nolan's data. And that's what I'm going to get into in my next videos. I'm going to just show you guys pretty much how all this fits together, and also throw in an academic theory of why this this is one of the most credible theories out there, and the findings do support one another in the location of the elements in order to find whatever is on Oak Island. It wasn't meant that they were going to come and randomly dig and drill holes to try and find what was deposited. There is a plan, there is a system, there is a sequence in which you can find how you get in to whatever is buried on Oak Island, which is basically under the vault under the earth, which I believe is the main, this is the main thing that you want to find. There may be other treasures other places, but this is the main thing that they're guarding, that they're hiding. And so anyway, yeah, this is what I'm working on, guys. I'll give you a little bit of preview here. I got lots of this is the method if you want to do a little homework. Okay, it's a method, triangulation. It's not triangulation of survey, which I find very sort of ironic. This is a triangulation research method. It's used primarily for qualitative data and basically for social sciences and polling, maybe advertising, but it can be used in all research. And basically what it's saying is just that you take two triangulation facilitates validation of findings through cross-verification from more than two sources by employing a comparison method. It tests the consistency of the findings obtained through analyzing a conformity of results. So this really, I have 5 different sources. 5 different sources. I have the 90-foot stone, I have La Formula and the Marine Note, I have the Rochefoucauld map, I have Fred Nolan's survey, I have the 1937 Stone Triangle survey, and we have on the island Nolan's Cross, which, as we know, is very integral into all this. So that's what I got coming. I'm still working on it. I don't know, I'll probably have to do it in pieces, and we'll come to the end of it. What it will do is just give you some information. And what you do with that information is up to you. If you want to go and see if we can get this on Oak Island, or you want to get it on Oak Island, and you know somebody on the show, then that would be pretty insane. That would be pretty cool. I'd like to find out what is on Oak Island. I don't know if it's even going to be discoverable. I don't know what the political situation is of Oak Island. I don't know if they're actually trying to find the treasure or they're guarding it. I have more of a tendency to think that they're really actually trying to find it. But there are people out there that say that no, they're guarding it. They're not in any way interested in finding what is on Oak Island, that they are guarding it, or they've already found it and taken it, and that this whole TV show is just another way to make more money on it. And this all will eventually become one big tourist attraction with a mystery intact. But I like to hope that, I like to think in the pure way, you know, that they are still trying to find it. And I really believe that this is something, you know, Erin Helton gave a good shot at it. She's gone. I don't, you know, I hope they just didn't get her on the show in order to burn the Zena Halpern material, to just make sort of a joke out of it, and it's so that if it ever comes up again, that they won't entertain the thought of Zena Halpern's, because this theory is on Zena Halpern's material. And as sweet as Erin was, you know, her findings and the things that she used as her data, to me, were not very substantial. And they drilled one hole where they really didn't, that wasn't even a method of her theory. I mean, I just didn't understand what happened with Erin. It was just not, and then they just kicked her off the show. But anyway, guys, so here's those roads. Remember, Fred Nolan found these roads first. Fred Nolan found these roads. There they are. See, here's the eye of the swamp. So maybe this is the in, or this is the in, and this is the out. Yeah. And then there's a little shack I think they're finding right here. That's where you stop for tea. That's why they have so many broken teacups on that island. I don't get it. What's up with all the teacups? Anyway, that's all I have for you guys. Stay safe, have a good day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.